Welcome, everybody. Did everybody get to see that introduction? Can you run that again? Because it was pretty much me. No, just kidding. Welcome. How neat to be here again to celebrate the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, to celebrate our community, to celebrate our businesses, our fellowship, our churches, our schools, everything about Lebanon which is unique. Unique and very good because of folks like you, and we truly appreciate it. Okay, so I better put my glasses on. I want to tell you, I was telling a lot of the folks I saw, I went to my 50th high school reunion back in New York, and I know I don't look it. There were a lot of old people there. So, anyway, this evening we are going to begin by introducing our board of directors. If the board of directors would please stand up and be recognized, I'd appreciate it. All right, none of them showed up. I can tell you honestly, between Angie as the executive, Melissa, her assistant, Mike Liotti, who's the president, and your board members, the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce achieved tremendous results this year. They're working hard for you, and they do a great job. Real quick, I'm going to run and tell you their names. Mike Liotti, Express Delivery Services, is our president. Laura Gerald, Conger Construction, is our vice president. Mary Jo Lutmer, ECU Corporation, is the treasurer. Dee Dee Verhoff, First National Bank, our secretary. Adam Bray, with Insurance Associates. Scott Butler, Lebanon High School. Jess Campbell, Carroll Creek Farms. Bucky Fullen, Wade Insurance. Marty Hubble, Deal and Hubble, LLC. You know what's pretty neat is when your name's in the name, you're pretty important. Brian Hoyne, Lebanon Ford. Scott Brunca. Where are you, Scott? I saw you. Raise your hand. There he is. Scott Brunca, City of Lebanon. He's our city manager, and why Lebanon looks so good and runs so smoothly, directly responsible is Scott. Lindsay Mesher, Greenhouse Cafe. Tyler Tepe, LCNB. Chris Summers, Versa Medical. And Bill Kalimnik. Billy, where are you? There he is, right in front. You know he's important. He's in front. Bill runs the Golden Lamb and has done such an incredibly fantastic job. We are so proud of him. And he's a nice guy, but I got to tell you the truth, his wife is much, much nicer than he is. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your service to us. And are we beginning?
Yeah, you want to introduce the sponsors?
Okay. Right now, I do want to introduce our sponsors for this event. Isn't this a great venue? Wasn't the food terrific? I thought it was wonderful. Doing a great job. Our event sponsor is Miami Valley Gaming. Our cocktail sponsor, my particular favorite, is Shula Group. Print sponsor, First National Bank. Table sponsor, Lebanon Ford. And award sponsor is GMI Companies. Now, GMI is the Leisure family. Normally, at these events, one of the Leisure men wears something kind of special. Who is it this year? Well, I think it's Mark. Mark, would you stand up? There you go. All right, certainly best dressed this year. Best dressed. Where's Bill Dooning? Billy, son, you're beautiful. I'm going to go out and try to get a couch just like you. All right. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. That helps to make this event a special time and a fun evening. Tonight, we are going to, we got the slides on of the board members. All right, right now I want to introduce to you our president, Mr. Mike Liotti. Again, I have to say, Mike has done such an exceptional job for you as your chamber president. He works very, very hard, and as you know, and as you've seen, the events that we have, we are an envy of many, many communities in Southwest Ohio. When you speak of Lebanon, everybody says, oh yeah, I know Lebanon, that's that great town up in Warren County. Hey Mayor, how you doing? It's good to see you. All right, Mike.
Thanks, Bucky. I had a private conversation with Bucky before tonight's event, and he said, you know, the president is supposed to set the tone for the event, very professional. And I said, well, Bucky, of course, I would do that. So I've got to start off with asking you, did you hear that spicy nuggets are back? They're back. Why do those darn things ever go away? It's crazy, right? No. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Yeah, stick to the script, right, Mike? It's really been a privilege to serve on the board and represent such a great organization. I have to say, aside from speaking at fourth grade football games, where I get to say very difficult things like, touchdown, Warriors, or even more complex types of things like, the extra point is good, I don't usually get to speak to such a large group. So I did a little preparation, of course. I spoke to my confidant and mentor, my wife, and I said, so do you have any advice for a speech, since I don't get to give them very often? And she said, whatever you do, which is a dangerous way to start, right, for you married folks, right? Don't say anything or do anything which could be construed as offensive by anyone. I said, nothing that could be offensive by anyone. So I thought, and basically what I've decided to do is for the next 90 seconds, which is all I get, I'm going to stay in complete silence. And we'll begin right now. Is that okay? No. Just kidding. I want to speak very, very seriously, though, about us and this group and what we're doing tonight. My 14-year-old daughter has a friend who moved to Lebanon, and that family recently got with us, and they said they just love it here. They went on and out of their way. And I didn't know Bucky was going to use the word unique, but the word that they said is, this place is really unique. And you see, I thought about it myself. It's not just their neighbors, but it's the schools. It's the countryside Y. It's the restaurants that they eat at here, the place they call home. It's the specialty merchants that they shop at and brag about when family comes in. It's the public safety services. It's the cleanliness and organization of the city. It's all of the services and businesses that are here. And really what it comes down to, it's the way in which they're treated here. It's because of how you and your organizations reach out and treat people and make them feel. And again, I have to say that's why we're unique. Perhaps this is one of the reasons why today, and I call it the digitally impersonal age sometimes, groups like this, chambers of commerce and other well-intentioned organizations are dying off. But not here. Not here at all. Not us folks. We're collectively growing because we believe in each other. We're committed to collaborate and cooperate to be successful organizations together. And businesses here in this area and organizations as well are thriving. And new businesses and organizations continue to come, and guess what? They bring people with them. So thank you for all that you and your organizations, your groups, your employees do to make our environment so different and unique. Thank you for making this an environment where organizations, causes, businesses, services can grow and prosper. Thank you for collectively making our area different, keeping it such a nice place to live and work. So I hope you have a fantastic evening. I hope I haven't offended anybody yet. And at this time, I would like to introduce our executive director who's made a lot of this possible, Angie Smith.
Good evening, and thank you guys for coming out. I look across this room and I'm amazed at not only the number of people that we have here, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is the largest crowd that we've had, and thank you for that. But I'm also looking out and I'm looking at all these faces, and they're here for one reason, and they're here not because they want to see myself or Bucky, but they're here because they want to support the businesses, and that's what we're all about. So thank you guys for taking the time out of your evening to come out here and support not only your family, not only your friends, but your businesses and your community. So I stand here again tonight, and I almost actually to the day, today's the 26th, right? So a year and 1 month ago to the day, I started this position. And I remember last year standing at this position thinking, what on earth? I had my notes, I had my speech ready, I was a nervous wreck. Tonight, I just wrote a few notes down just a few minutes ago. So 13 months ago, I accepted this position and I changed careers. And I'll have to be honest with you, I have never been happier. I fully believe that if you work every day, that it should be a passion that you love. And if you get up and you don't enjoy your job and you don't enjoy your work, I'm sorry. Because I can honestly say that I do. I never know what's going to happen in my day. I never know what my day is going to look like. But I can guarantee you that when I do go to bed at night, I can say that I have enjoyed it. There are ups and downs for sure, but this is definitely a job that I do love. And I love it for a couple of reasons. Not only is Lebanon my home, it's where my kids go to school. It's where we work, and it's also where we play. I'm fortunate to have 2 children, and they're actually here tonight. They weren't last year due to sports. I have a senior, Carson. He goes to Lebanon High School, and then I, of course, have Barrett, our tech guy. He is a freshman at the high school. And I think it's very important that we support our schools just like we support our community. So I am extremely grateful for that. So over the course of the past year, a lot of things have happened. I have met a lot of new faces. I've met a lot of new friends. I have watched a lot of exciting things happen, and I'm beyond grateful for that. I'm grateful for my family. I have a whole table back there with my family and my friends. It truly takes a village at times to run a family, run a community, and run a home, and I'm extremely grateful for all of them over there. I'm extremely grateful for my board. Y'all were recognized earlier. I'm blessed to have a board like I have that supports me, is willing to do whatever it takes for this community, for the chamber, and for me, and I'm very fortunate for that, so thank you to our board. My ambassadors, please stand up. If you're here tonight and you're an ambassador, you may have your green name tag on. If you don't, you have another one. Give these guys a hand. Thank you. I am very fortunate. I have 17 ambassadors. And what you guys don't know is all the work that goes on behind the scenes that they do. Not only are they building their business and they're building their relationships, but they're also representing the chamber. And so, guys, I can't tell you enough thank you. Thank you all for everything that you guys do. This whole year, this past year, and like I've mentioned a lot, and you'll see it a lot on our tagline, is building a stronger community. And when I took this job, and a year ago, I mentioned, because this is where I live, and this is work, and this is where I play, it's extremely important that we continue to build that. And what that looks like maybe for somebody, you know, may look different from somebody else. And so we want to be sure that we're reaching those goals for everybody. So over the past year, we have offered 78 various networking opportunities for the chamber. What that entails is different things, different months, different times, different days, but we want to be sure we're offering our members a chance to be able to network and to build that relationship. Like I've always said before, you have any new ideas, bring them to myself or to Melissa. We would love to hear them. We always like change, and we always want to grow. I have now, full circle, completed all major events from the chamber. You know, I'm pretty sure last year the dinner was a great success. Thank you, Jason. I was a month in the parade. We're going to have a better parade this year. It's not going to rain. I think that was God saying we're going to let you ease into this year of the parade. This year we're gonna have a great weather, great crowd. The golf outing was a great success. The Let's Lebanon, as well as the Third Fridays. I hope you all at one point or another have enjoyed one of these opportunities that the Chamber has organized. If you haven't, I encourage you to do that this year. I encourage you to join one of those events with us and meet someone that you can grow with them. I've also gotten to experience over 30 ribbon cuttings this past year. And whether it be a new business, which a majority of those were new business ribbon cuttings, or they were anniversaries, that's something to say. And I think they all deserve it. Let's give all these new businesses a round of applause for that. Whether it's a new business or it's a one-year celebration, you know, there are days where Melissa and I have multiple ribbon cuttings in one day, and we're okay with that because it's a time to celebrate. We always like to party. Before I get any further, though, I'm going to bring Melissa up and thank her. Come on. So this is Melissa Fritsch, and the board, I am forever grateful, brought her on board in January. That was one of the goals that we had when I started, is to hire someone. We cannot continue to grow the chamber with one person, and I'm forever grateful for the board, and I'm ever grateful for Melissa. You know, some people call us sisters, some people call her my mother. She is truly my best friend, as well as my cohort worker, and thank you. If you don't talk to me, a lot of times you're going to get her. We tag team a lot. We do a great job together, and I'm forever grateful for this one as well. Thank you. I'm grateful to be able to have the opportunity to work with the city. We have been able to partner on a lot of things. I'm grateful for the city council members. I'm grateful for Amy Brewer. To be able to be a part of various plans and how we can continue to grow this community and help our businesses is a huge success. Thank you, guys, for all that you do for the chamber, all you do for us, and for the great support. We truly appreciate it. The school system. And we'll talk about the school later, but I want this table over here, the front right over here, I want you guys to stand up for me. This table right over here represents Lebanon High School. And they took the time out of their night and went to school all day, came home, changed clothes, came back here early to help get you guys checked in, and never one time, you know, well, at least not that I know about, griped about it. They always have a smile on. One of the things I like is they're very professional, and that's huge to me. And we can thank not only the parents of these kids, but the school system, as well as Bunny Brooks, for all that she does for those kids. We are definitely growing and building a stronger community in our school systems, and for that I'm grateful every single day. Like I mentioned, I have a senior who is going to graduate in May, and I'm forever grateful for the education and for the preparedness that the school system is giving my child. So that's always something to be very grateful for. I also want to mention from the school the career experience class. If you guys have not heard about that and you've not jumped on board with that, I strongly encourage you to talk to Bunny, talk to Todd Johe, find out more about it. We want to build our communities, we want to build our businesses, we want to build our town. A great way is to start with our high school students. And a great way to do that is through career experience. Get them in your doors. See what they think about that job. See if that's something that they want to do before we invest a lot of time and money in something that maybe that's just not right for them. And last but not least, before we move on, one of the goals that I look for this upcoming year is truly workforce development. And I say that for multiple reasons, but one of the biggest things is we look at our community and we want to continue to grow that community, and we want to continue to help build your businesses, and we want to continue to build our schools and our town. We want Lebanon to be where everyone wants to be. I want my children to come back and live here and grow and raise their family here. And one of the best ways is to be sure that we are building our workforce development, that we're helping their businesses through whatever needs that is. So if you get tired of seeing me over the next few months asking, like, what do you need? How can we help? What are the school's needs? What can we do? Then I apologize, but in the grand scheme of things, our community is super important to me, and I want to continue to build that strong community. Thank you guys so much, and I'm now going to turn it over to Mr. Dom, and he is going to talk to us a little bit about Miami Valley Gaming. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. By the way, we can always use a techie. Couple of years, come on, get us, Barrett. We got something for you. I just would like to say thank you for everyone for attending tonight's event. It's always an honor to be an event sponsor and a host. To host such a great gathering. On behalf of Miami Valley Gaming and our many employees, we're glad to be able to help continue the Lebanon Chamber's tradition of success and to recognize the many businesses, employees, and individuals who help make the Chamber so successful. Again, I'd like to thank all sponsors tonight, the Schuler Group, First National Bank, Lebanon Ford, and GMI companies. Without their support, events such as tonight's would be impossible to have. So thank you all. Have a quick round of applause for the sponsors. Mike, I think, said his wife gave him some advice on speeches. My wife gave me one. She said, keep it short, stupid. and that's exactly what we plan to do. But I can't tell you how proud I am of all the employees that we have that live and work in the area in Lebanon and do lots to help make this a better community. And we will continue to do that as an employer. We made an effort when we first opened to try to become a good corporate sponsor and a good neighbor, and we will continue to try to do our best to do that. So I want to thank everybody for being here again, and I'll turn it over and keeping it short. Thank you.
We are going to present the Community Service Award. Okay?
In the past 111 years, the Lebanon Public Library has grown from a small 6-sided building on the corner to a large campus occupying more than half a city block. The recent addition of the Technology Center and a parking lot expansion has allowed the library to offer more programs and special events than ever before. For example, earlier this year, the library hosted a 3-day NASA event which drew 3,000 visitors and allowed students to learn from STEM activities led by NASA employees and to meet a 4-time shuttle astronaut. The library's traditional services reach thousands of local residents each year. Along with the traditional services, the library is also committed to helping local residents cross the digital divide by offering classes and one-on-one help with new technologies, as well as offering downloadable materials, online classes, and digital databases. The dedicated staff operates under a Dream It and Do It challenge from the library director. They are encouraged to follow their interests and to learn new things and to develop exciting new programs for patrons of all ages. At the Lebanon Public Library, everything old is new again. The Lebanon Youth Baseball is committed to teaching strong character, courage, and loyalty through the game of baseball to the children of the city of Lebanon and surrounding Warren County communities. Lebanon Youth Baseball will coach and teach baseball to children of all athletic abilities and skill levels through the Little League and select baseball programs. In 2019, the Lebanon Youth Baseball provided leagues and teams for 658 children. More than 100 volunteers worked as coaches, league administrators, and board members. The Lebanon Youth Baseball is a 501c3 and State of Ohio nonprofit organization. What an amazing community we serve here in Lebanon. It is an honor and a privilege to give back to the city that has embraced our practice since we arrived here almost 20 years ago. From the schools to the sports associations, to the parks, to the civic organizations, to the charitable services, to our first responders, and so many more, Girdwood Orthodontics is thrilled to be a part of what makes Lebanon such a great place to live, learn, serve, and grow.
Here we go. And the winner is Lebanon Youth Baseball. Congratulations. Thank you.
Well, this is really nice. Wasn't expecting this because I know the great things that Girdwood Orthodontics does because they are a partner with us in Lebanon Youth Baseball and they support our program and the wonderful things that they do at the public library because my kids enjoy reading books there. And we just really thank the Lebanon Chamber. Thank you very much for this. We serve Lebanon Youth Baseball. Our kids are all from the city of Lebanon. We all play baseball for Lebanon. This year will be our 10th year as a Little League baseball charter, the same one you see on TV, where you saw a group of kids from New Orleans this year represent the United States and win the Little League World Series. We're a part of that organization. In fact, our 10-year-old kids this year went to the state tournament and finished in third place in state representing Lebanon. So the kids are doing great things. I'd like to thank Chris Flagg, who's our vice president, all of our board members and coaches, and I'm sure a lot of you have kids that are participating in the baseball program, and we thank you, and thank you for supporting our community.
Moving on to Business of the Year.
The Golden Lamb, Ohio's oldest inn and longest continuously operating business, is proud to call Lebanon home for 216 years. Their legacy runs deep, infused with the spirit of hospitality and accented by the flavors of history. Having earned the reputation as Lebanon's living room, the restaurant and inn take great pleasure in delighting guests with excellent service, food and drink, and a unique atmosphere found nowhere else. This year has been as significant as any in the Golden Lamb's storied history. After several years of planning and design and months of construction, the renovation of the Black Horse Tavern marks the largest undertaking for the Golden Lamb since the opening of the tavern in 1964. The successful relaunch in July would not have been possible without the tremendous support of the Lebanon community, the talented team of masters who worked on the project, and the dedicated staff of the Golden Lamb. These investments will help us continue to exceed your expectations through our service and help position our historic hometown with a bright future for decades to come. CareGo centers around non-medical transportation for all clients, but primarily for clients with developmental disabilities. CareGo exhibits leadership within the community by serving the needs of the developmentally disabled and ensuring that the City of Lebanon has proper transportation for large events and engagements. They exhibit creativity and innovation in business decisions by thinking first of the clients they serve. Miami Valley Gaming and Racing is committed to being a good neighbor and community partner. MVG is a member of several area chambers of commerce, tourism groups, and community service organizations. Their employees and patrons contribute to help many different groups and organizations throughout the area. Annually, they collect and distribute back-to-school backpacks and thousands of toys through our Give a Kid a Christmas project in conjunction with United Way of Warren County. They also hold the annual Live United Golf outing benefiting the United Way of Warren County. This year, they raised close to $30,000. With pull tab and scratch-off promotions, as well as concerts for a cause, raise thousands of dollars annually for area charities and nonprofits. MVG is proud to partner with Warren County Community Service to donate food, surplus items, and promotion benefits.
The winner is, for Business of the Year, the Golden Lamb.
I'm not quite sure how this was going to work tonight with them announcing the winners, but I'd like to read the criterion for Business of the Year. So the Business of the Year award honors the local business for their significant role and accomplishments in driving the local business community and economic growth through their commitment to excellence and innovation in business practices and community involvement. And I can't think of a local business that meets this criterion better than the Golden Lamb, year in, year out. But most of us probably remember 10 to 15 years ago when going there was not a desirable experience, and when you stopped sending family and friends there. And we all owe a debt of gratitude to the Portman family and for taking over the operations of the Golden Lamb and hiring Bill Kalimnik to run it. So. They made a significant commitment and investment to upgrade the service and overall experience of the restaurant and the hotel. Major investments include renovating bedrooms, converting a dining room to a very comfortable library-type setting, and most recently doing the major upgrade and expansion of the Black Horse Tavern, including a large covered veranda. We're going to go off my script here for just a second and relay a conversation I had in line while I was waiting for a drink. And that is, it all starts at the top. This guy said Bill's the best boss he's ever had. He's been there 12 years, goes back to the not so great days, and said just thanks to Bill for all he's done, and I think we all share that sentiment. So thank you for what you've done to draw people to Lebanon and make this a better community for all of us. And it starts at the top, but there's 24 members, I think, of the Golden Lamb team here tonight, too. And thank you to all of you, too. After he talks or before he talks?
All right, we're on a schedule here. Wow. Good evening. Thank you to the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce for recognizing the Golden Lamb as Business of the Year. When I look around this room, I see so many talented individuals representing such amazing organizations. The magnitude of this recognition really starts to become clear. A special thank you to the Portman family, whose unwavering commitment to the Golden Lamb has fueled the opportunities I've had to position the hotel for this prestigious award. I'd like to recognize the associates of the Golden Lamb. We have the best staff in Warren County whose sole purpose is to serve, and there they are. These folks work tirelessly to create experiences and preserve memories. These are great team members, and they are the pillars of our success. Most importantly, I would like to thank all of you. We truly appreciate your business and your loyalty to the Golden Lamb. I think Senator Wilson put it best when describing the Golden Lamb as Lebanon's living room. We are fortunate so many of you call the Golden Lamb home. Our ongoing commitment has been to be the best place to eat, sleep, drink, and work in the Lebanon community. Thank you to all for supporting the Golden Lamb as we continue to strive to meet our goal each and every day. Thank you.
All right. Thanks to the Golden Lamb and thanks to Mike Gagan. That guy's got a voice like silk. If I ever win anything, Mike, would you give me my award? Next, we have Industrial Business of the Year Award, correct? And I would like to bring up Mayor Amy Brewer.
Armed with a vision of building a company which would act with integrity in every project, Larry Conger founded Conger Construction Group in 1992. Since then, Conger has established themselves as one of the most respected construction companies in Southwest Ohio, living up to their hallmark of building with integrity and fostering collaborative relationships with subcontractors, owners, and architects with whom they work. They are a community devoted to bringing their clients' vision into reality. Each project is backed by their commitment to integrity and their reputation for design and construction that endures for generations. Conger's success and continued growth is rooted in its people. They seek to develop opportunities that grow their people and their community. By investing in the clients that have entrusted Conger with their construction projects, investing in their specific communities, and pouring into their own human capital, they are investing in the growth of Conger Construction Group's culture. In 2018, Conger gave $120,000 in support of non-profits. An additional $186,000 was given back to our non-ownership employees in the form of performance bonuses. Beyond the support, Conger Construction Group also encourages and supports its employees in leadership roles in their communities, such as serving on the Workforce Investment Board, the First Tee of Greater Miami Valley Board, and the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce Executive Board. Justin Conger, president, believes that by his very nature it is necessary for Conger to participate and be engaged in the nonprofits and organizations that truly make a positive impact on the communities and individuals in need. No higher compliment could be paid to Conger than the privilege of repeat clients. Over the course of the last year, the relationship Conger has fostered with Sisters of the Transfiguration has resulted in the start of the Bethany School K-2 building in Glendale, Ohio, a fourth project on the Bethany School campus, and Conger's fifth with the Sisters of Transfiguration. They continue to build into their community with multiple projects within the city of Lebanon, Warren County, and the greater Cincinnati and Dayton areas. Projects such as the recently awarded Mesa Municipal Aquatic Center, Deerfield Township Civic Facilities, the Liberty Township Administration Building, and two recently completed West Claremont schools, Summerside and Willowville, all speak to Conger's determination and vision to deliver structures that give shape to the future of the communities in which they live and work in, facilities that help governments serve their communities, educators foster the next generation, sacred spaces for communities to worship in, and buildings that ready businesses for their next phase of growth. This is the Conger way.
Good evening. I'd first like to say on behalf of the City of Lebanon to say congratulations to all the nominees and the recipients. It is my honor and privilege to present the Industrial Business of the Year Award. Lebanon is fortunate to be the home of many outstanding businesses that provide a wide range of products and services. Tonight, we recognize Conger Construction as the Industrial Business of the Year, a company that has made significant accomplishments in their given industry, with enhancing the quality of life in our community through job creation and community involvement. Conger Construction is a regional leader in site development and building construction projects, with many of these projects located right here in our amazing city, including Lebanon school expansions, the renovation of the Countryside YMCA, the City Municipal Services Facility, and the new Warren County Events Center, currently under construction. This company opened its doors in 1992, and over the past 27 years has continued to grow and expand their operations. In 2019, they were named the Fast 55 finalists by the Cincinnati Business Courier. Not only is this company a leader in construction, but they are also a leader in providing a quality of life in our community. City of Lebanon is very proud to present the Industrial Business of the Year Award to Conger Construction.
Wow. Used to speaking in Congress, that was exciting, but this is a lot of good people. It's great to be amongst friends and here tonight. As a previous board member of the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce, it's fantastic to see this organization continue to thrive and continue to make an impact in the Lebanon community. What an honor. First, I'd like to start by saying thank you to the City of Lebanon for considering our organization for this award. Excuse me. Thank you to the hardworking individuals that sit in this room and the table over there and the table right here, our employees, and the hard work and the dedication they've given to my father and they've given to me make this possible. We're only as good as the people we surround ourselves with, and we have an amazing organization. And I thank you to each and every one of them, and I appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you to the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce for putting on a phenomenal event. Again, it's great to see so many familiar faces and so many people. And thank you to my amazing father. I told myself I wouldn't do this. And now everybody's in my company's laughing at me because I do it all too often anymore.
That's patient.
For his dedication to this organization and taking the risk he did 27 years ago. I grew up in this community. I went to school with a lot of individuals in this room and kids of parents in this room. It's humbling to continue to grow our organization in such a phenomenal community. Between the Countryside YMCA, the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce, Lebanon City Schools, the Warren County Port Authority, the Lebanon Sports Park, we have played an integral part in so many projects, and it's such an amazing experience. This community has done so much, not only for my family, for our employees' families, and for the many people sitting around this room. And it's fantastic. I mean, I've known this guy for years, and I laugh and enjoy it, but he embodies what this community is. 27 years ago, this man founded this company with 2 employees and $120,000 in work the first year, maybe. I stand before you today We have over $90 million of active construction projects. We've built numerous projects. We built the facility, part of the facility that you're sitting here tonight. And it's an honor, it's a privilege. We're proud to continue to done such amazing work in this growing community and been such a part and worked with so many individuals and so many deserving organizations between the Lebanon Public Library, again, the City of Lebanon. Thank you. You know, a lot of people ask me, why do you want to work in your hometown? Isn't it stressful? Isn't it like working with family? Worked for this man for 17 years. I wouldn't trade it. We're proud to work in the City of Lebanon. We're proud to work in Warren County. We're proud of our growth, what we've been able to accomplish because of a lot of individuals and a lot of businesses around this room tonight. So yes, it's stressful, but we embrace it. We embrace it because the people sitting around this room, the people that continue to trust us and the values that my father established. We try to live by our core values every day, the values my father instilled in each and every one of us over the last 27 years, the values of commitment, quality, safety, employee development, and community engagement. We're proud of that statistic, that we can build into the community that builds into us. That is what it's all about in life. There's so much more and so many things that are more important, and it's fantastic to work in a community and be a part of a community that embraces that. One thing is sure about every construction project is you always have your ups and downs, your ebbs and flows, and every project has its own unique sets of challenges and problems. But it's how you choose to address those problems. It's how you choose to bring solutions to the table to solve those problems. At Concord Construction, the same three tools we bring to every project are commitment to being solutions-based providers to our clients, commitment to communicating, because communication is a lot of problems in society. 90% of the world's problems are just poor communication. So we're committed to each and every project. We're committed to being good communicators of what we need to accomplish and what we need to achieve. And through those things, our performance speaks for itself. We love being a part of this community. We couldn't think of a better place to grow a business. Again, thank you to the City of Lebanon and all that you've done and all that you've enabled us to do. You know, I'm proud to say we're continuing to grow. Fast 55, you know, we're the 8th fastest growing in Dayton. You know, we continue to climb the ranks, and all that's fun and all that's neat, but it's great to be recognized by our hometown and the city that's done so much for us. We're committed to this city. We're committed to the people of this city, the citizens of this city. We're continuing to grow. We're expanding our operations now, and the city's been very helpful in enabling us and allowing us to do that within this city. And this will be our home now and forever. So thank you.
Okay, next, we have, ready, the Young Professional Award. And the nominees are?
Chad Blanton is a lifelong resident of Warren County. Chad grew up in Monroe, where he was always active outdoors, playing baseball and golf, along with other outdoor activities like hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing. Chad became a licensed realtor in 2004 and joined his parents, Ralph and Debbie, in their real estate sales team. In 2009, the Blantons purchased their first franchise with Exit International and opened Exit Best Realty in Monroe. As the business began to grow, they expanded to Lebanon by opening a second franchise in 2014. Ever since the opening of the Lebanon office, Chad has become more involved in the Lebanon community. He joined the Lebanon Rotary Club in 2016. He was elected to the Butler Warren Association of Realtors Board of Directors in 2016. He was chosen as the 2017 Realtor of the Year by the Butler Warren Association of Realtors. He became a Lebanon Chamber Ambassador in 2018. He was also chosen as Ohio Realtor State Political Coordinator in 2019 and was recently elected to the Board of Directors of the Lebanon Rotary Club. Chad married his lifelong girlfriend Melissa in 2017, and they live in Lebanon today. He believes being engaged in the community and helping others succeed in the community is the best way to see Lebanon grow and prosper for the years and generations to come. Adam Kwasinski's care and compassion for Lebanon shines through his actions. He more than talks the talk, he walks the walk. Not only does he run a successful trusting investment business, he is active in a number of clubs and committees, including Rotary, Lions Club, and Chamber Ambassador, to name a few, including starting the Lebanon Toastmasters Club. Above all, he is an amazing husband and father of 3 young children. When founder Lindsay Mesher decided to go plant-based in 2008, there were no options in town for healthy vegetarian takeout and dining. This encouraged her to start making meals from scratch. Her love of cooking and passion for nutrition and whole foods inspired her desire to one day open a cafe with a focus on health and sustainability. In 2010, she moved to Nashville, Tennessee, one of the country's biggest foodie cities, and felt completely inspired. She started hosting supper clubs at her home, in where she would try out her latest creations on her friends. For the past decade now, Lindsay has been creating recipes and writing down her ideas. After the sudden loss of her brother, she retired from her career and moved home to be with family. This gave her the opportunity to start Greenhouse Cafe in the community that she knows and loves so well, the place she calls home.
I'm exceedingly excited for these 3 candidates. These are the lifeblood of our community. Lebanon's about tradition, but bringing that into this new century and taking that generation where it needs to go. The winner this year is Adam I need to open it.
Yes.
How'd I know is Adam Kwasinski. And so please come up.
Hey, congratulations. Appreciate it. That's great.
Wow, thank you to the Lebanon Chamber, Angie, Melissa, and the board. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to work and play and live in a community like this. We're not from here. We moved here recently, and just looking out already in the few short years we've been here at all the friends in this room, gosh, we feel so blessed, and we hit a home run when we were looking for a place to set down the roots and raise a family. I truly believe that if you have a wonderful place to call home where you can live, work, and play, you should also be a part of serving the needs of that community and helping continue to make it a great place to be. So thanks to everybody here that makes it such a wonderful place. Again, we just are truly blessed to be here, and I want to give a special thanks to my wife, Tani, who's back here filming me. I get to be out in the community a lot and being involved in organizations and serve the community from my business as well. And I couldn't do any of that without her support, and she's just as passionate about this community, and she's making it possible for me to be out and serving. So thank you to my wonderful, loving wife. I love you, and thank you to everybody. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Adam, makes it official.
Hey, where's my cheat sheet?
I don't know. I'm just saying, we, the past 2 years, have had wonderful young professionals win this award, each of them named Adam. So I'm thinking either Adam or Eve probably has a good chance next year. All right, we have a raffle. No, we don't. All righty. Okay, we are going to thank the Circle of Excellence Advix and Kettering Health. Please stand and be recognized. Advix is over here. Kettering. Where's Kettering? Okay, next, I want to introduce Adam Bray to the stage. And he is going to be, no.
We got this.
All right, she's got it.
We're going to bring Adam up real quick. Adam is one of our new board members to the Chamber of Commerce, and I will let him take over.
Now, the next person, you got to be Adam, if you're going to stand up here and talk. This one's a little bit of different, something that I don't think we've done before. But it's hard to think about the holiday seasons when we still have 80-degree days and 50-degree nights, and this weekend we're having a heat wave coming through. But it's coming up. The holidays are going to be upon us here shortly. And when I think of the holidays, I think of giving. And though the spirit of giving, it's not just around the holidays. It's 24/7, 365. You see it all year long. And I want to take this opportunity to recognize someone for what they've given to the community, the chamber, the city of Lebanon, Warren County. And as soon as I start talking, the cat's going to be out of the bag. But 30 years ago, he joined the Lebanon Police Department. May 12th of 1999, he responded to a bomb threat at Berry Middle School. And apparently during that time, he had the opportunity to be introduced or encounter his now wife, Tanya, who was a sixth grade teacher at Berry Middle School, and they're raising 2 sons. So that call was provided to be life-changing for him. He helped write the original tactical policy and proposal for what has now become the Warren County Tactical Response Unit, and he served on the technical team. In November of 2002, he was advanced to the rank of sergeant, and over the next 5 years, he graduated the Police Executive Leadership College and Northwestern University Staff and Command. In 2008, he became the department liaison, and for the next 10 years, he served as the department's response for the horse-drawn carriage parade. He currently provides active shooter response training to businesses and churches in the Lebanon area. He gives his time to present ALICE training to organizations like the Warren County Safety Council, and he works tirelessly in the community for community outreach to improve the safety of our workplaces and in the community. As a recognition for his dedication and service to the city of Lebanon, the chamber, I would like to announce the 2019 Grand Marshal of Lebanon Horse-Drawn Carriage Parade and the Christmas Festival, Captain David Geringer of the Lebanon Police Department. And I think Angie actually lied to a police officer, so I'm going to let her take the rap.
Well, not really.
Well, really.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I didn't. I just said you were going to help me get the award.
So when Angie invited me to this, I knew she was being deceptive. But I thought she just wanted some additional security or something like that. She told me I was going to be presenting an award, not receiving an award. So this does come as a surprise to me. I do thank you for the honor. Nearly 31 years ago, the city of Lebanon was kind enough to offer me a position and allow me to take an oath of office in which I swore to serve this community and to make this community as safe as I could. And I feel like I've had great success at that over the years. As far as the Lebanon Carriage Parade and my liaison duties there, I feel like I'm just a small part of that because I've worked with many of you in this room, people on the chamber side that are volunteering to do this this work, where I'm getting paid to do this work. Many of you have invited me into your businesses to train, and I appreciate the opportunity to do that. Since I'm such a small part of all of this, I feel like this must be more about I've outlasted those around me, and I'm just getting old. Thank you very much.
Now, we're moving on to, is this the Ambassador of the Year Award?
Faye Oakes and her husband Jerry own Town Money Saver, a franchise for a post-retirement opportunity. She believes it was a God thing that the Lebanon franchise was available. From their first meeting with the Lebanon Chamber in 2017, they quickly fell in love with this wonderful community. People like Angie Smith, Amy Brewer, the chamber members, and the city leaders, and the many business owners are a constant reminder of what makes Lebanon great. As they say, at the end of the day, it's all about the people. Eileen Girdwood said in her own words, "This wonderful community has embraced us since we arrived here almost 20 years ago. And I just love being a part of all that goes on in Lebanon. The people, the businesses, schools, and organizations make it easy to participate and promote all that is great about our city." Lisa Stocker owns Shakely Wellness Business, where she works with people and businesses to help them reach their health and financial goals through nutrition, diet, and exercise. She loves offering resources to people to help them succeed. The Lebanon Chamber is one of those resources that she loves to share with others because it helps support them in their businesses, and it's a great network of business owners.
The winner is Faye Oakes.
So I have the honor of presenting this award to Faye. And like I mentioned earlier, I am blessed to have 17 ambassadors as part of the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce. But I can say, and they all do amazing, Faye goes over and beyond, and I have a handful, well, all of them do, but this was probably one of the hardest choices. And what was interesting is we didn't vote on this. My ambassadors sent in nominations, and the number of nominations that came in. And I'll have to say it was a close race, but it's obviously our ambassadors know and our community cares. So if you've never seen Faye before in this community, I definitely would encourage you to meet her. So Faye, thank you on behalf of the Chamber for all that you do.
I'm shocked. I'm not prepared at all, especially since my two competitors, Eileen and Lisa, they're not only amazing women, but they're my good friends. And this is definitely a shared award, but thank you. And I'd just like to say also, I'm honored tonight. I've got my wonderful husband, my 87-year-old mother, my sisters, my daughters are here with me to share this, but thank you all. This is just such a great town, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. So thank you.
So I have to apologize again. I might have fibbed a little bit to Faye too, just to go to shows how much she's always willing to help. Melissa was gone this week. She flew back in from vacation last night, and I was on my own this week. She kept saying, "Do you need any help? Do you need help?" And I was like, "No," because we had programs and awards and things all over my office, and I thought if she comes in, she's gonna know. So Faye, I'm sorry. I appreciate your help, and I could have used it, but I couldn't have you come in. So congratulations and thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Congratulations, Faye. Okay, all right. Next award is Citizen of the Year.
Joe is married to Linda Tosin, who lived in the adjoining farm as kids. They have 3 daughters, Becky, Julie, and Shannon, 1 son-in-law, Jesse Gaither, 1 grandson, Zachary, and 2 granddaughters, Jaden and Willa. At the encouragement of Mel Hagemeyer, Joe was first appointed as Fair Board Director in 2003 to complete the term of Sylvia Randolph. He has been on the board ever since, working with the Junior Fair Board, entertainment, security, food vendors, fair preparation, and almost cornhole champion to help make our Warren County Fair as magical and safe as our horse-drawn carriage parade. Oh, and one more thing. Joe is one of those folks who does not know a stranger. He knows nearly everyone, and everyone knows Joe. Margaret Brooks, better known as Bunny, and her husband John have lived in Lebanon for most of their lives. Their hearts bleed maroon. They are Lebanon warriors through and through. Bunny has been very involved in our community as a teacher for 40 years, a volunteer and mentor to hundreds of young adults. This past year, Bunny and Lebanon Schools created the Career Experience class, which allows high school seniors the opportunity to job shadow, intern, tour, or work for local businesses. If the school year wasn't enough, Bunny and Premier Health partnered to develop the Summer Career Experience for high school seniors interested in healthcare. Chris Johnson cares deeply and personally for each of his staff members and for the whole community of Lebanon. He continuously pursues opportunities for the Countryside YMCA to make a positive impact in the lives of others. He is thoughtful and caring with his words. He treats people as individuals. His care and support for our community is genuine. He is constantly seeking out ways to help others, whether it's a CEO, church member, or personally. He is able to see the big picture, a visionary thinker.
And the winner is? The winner is Bunny Brooks.
Thank you. Oh, actually, all came up. Come on up, come on. These are my students from Lebanon High School. And they are part of the first Warren County Youth Chamber of Commerce. We created it this past month. Yay! And I'm deeply proud of them, but also I'm terribly unprepared for tonight because this is not what I expected. I was happy taking tickets at the door, but I'm honored to be here and thank you very much. My husband is here and he's been my partner for 35 years and I'm blessed to have him part of my life. I'm also very grateful to the community of Lebanon. I love Lebanon. It's the best place ever. And I actually was born in Lebanon. I mean, really born in Lebanon. So I am blessed to be here and I love this town. We have a great school system. I love working at Lebanon and I've been blessed to be a teacher for 40 years. And I can't thank you enough. Angie, thank you for all the opportunities you have allowed me. And I have to do it. Go Warriors! All right.
Okay, Small Business of the Year Award.
If Rob Portman called the Golden Lamb the living room of Lebanon, the Black Barn would be its front yard. They keep the history in their shaker-built 200-year-old barn, filled with antiques from years gone by. They keep the downtown merchants awash in color from their greenhouses, and volunteer their time to decorate and accentuate our downtown public spaces. The Black Barn Farm Market and Greenhouse grow the fresh and healthy vegetables that feed your children and fill your freezers, the pumpkins on your front porch, and the Christmas tree in your living room. They even supply the apples for Applefest and many other festivals. The Black Barn attracts visitors from surrounding areas to buy products. They give directions to restaurants and shopping from April to December. The West Main Street Task Force called the Black Barn the Gateway from the West. They are open 7 days a week from April 1st to December 31st. When the AME Methodist Church caught fire and burned, the Black Barn was the first place worship was held afterwards. Roy reached out and offered his greenhouse space. They do fundraisers for victims of domestic violence, baseball, soccer, and cheerleading teams, and church youth groups, and many others. When you choose Maggard Memorial and Laser Art Technology to create your custom monuments, you work with professionals who bring decades of experience to every project. Amanda Maggard Ramsey, the CEO and president, began her career in granite memorials in 1996 by working with her parents in the Lebanon office. Then took over the company business in 2009. Today, Amanda owns and operates the company with her husband, Nathan Ramsey, who does all the engraving and setting of the memorials. Since joining the business, Nathan has learned vital information about sandblasting and managing the company's relationships with local cemeteries. On May 27, 2019, tornadoes hit the Dayton and surrounding areas, leaving many with complete devastation. Over the next few days, Maggard Memorial put together a plan of action to help and started getting together all the items needed. They packed up the shop truck and headed north. They started off in Beaver Creek, then made their way to Brooksville. They wanted to show their appreciation for everything they do every day to keep the city of Lebanon and Warren County, Ohio, safe. Robin Lane has taken Hidden Valley Orchard, one of the oldest businesses in Lebanon, and made it relevant again. The barns have been restored to show the timeless craftsmanship. A full kitchen and a tap room have been added, as well as an event venue. She employs over 50 local high school kids and gives them the opportunity to work and learn responsibility. She also employed numerous local adults and sources nearly all of her products locally. She has made Hidden Valley Orchard an important part of our community. Stop out and see, and you'll understand why.
And the winner is the Black Barn.
The lengths you will go to get me in a tie. The Black Barn, Joanne and myself and our employees would like to thank the Chamber the opportunity to be recognized. This is my 25th year owning the Black Barn. For our customers and our friends and the people in this community that has supported me for 25 years, thank you so much. I mean, what a blessing. God, this is nuts. To think, you know, when I graduated from Lebanon High School, that I would be here so many years later is amazing. To my mother, Anita, to my wonderful wife, Joanna, and my son, Joe, what they have to sacrifice so I can work every day, it's horrible. I always come first. The barn always comes first, and they've been fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. If it's possible, can I take just a couple minutes? I'd like to share the experience the first time I was contacted by the Lebanon Chamber. This would have been in 1995 before cell phones. I'm off script now, so it's going to get good. 1995, I started getting calls. The executive director from the chamber called, wants you to call her back. Next day, another message. Next day, another message. So finally, I call her. She explains to me all the benefits of being in the chamber. And I kept saying, you know, I don't really think it's for me. I'm busy. I work all the time. And she'd come up with something else. I'd say, I'm sorry. I mean, it sounds good, but it's just not for me. And she just kept selling me, and I just kept going, I just don't think so. Finally, I hear look, McCutcheon, I'm asking for $10 a month. Someone as wonderful and successful and busy as you can afford that. Isn't that terrible? This is amazing how we get. So I say to her, obviously you're not from this area because people don't talk to me like that. And I will never, ever write you a check or join the chamber. And she is just like that. Oh, I think we'll be fine. I've just doubled the amount of people in the chamber in the last year, so I don't think I really need your check. I'm not exaggerating one bit of this. I said, you know, I let the first comment pass. I'm not going to let the second one. Are you in your office right now? She goes, well, you called me at my office. I said, you know, you just sit right there. I'm coming down. We're going to finish this one eyeball to eyeball. And I was mad. I mean, mad. I'd been at the barn for about a year and a half. Had worked and worked. You know that first year where you just, everything's new, and I was young, and I was just beat. And I'm driving to the chamber office, and I'm going, oh, McCutcheon, it's only $10. Oh, McCutcheon, it's only $10. And I'm just furious. Pull into the lot, I kid you not, I don't think I shut the door of my truck. I ran up the stairs, and there's poor Carol Monin. If anybody knows Carol. She goes, welcome to the Lebanon. I said, lady, just sit down. Where's the door? She goes, well, the executive, that's the one I need. She goes, well, you can't. I said, lady, just sit down. And I walk in that room. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Why I'm telling the story, the person that talked to me that way and insulted me and was rude to me with the chamber is in this room tonight. And it would be inappropriate for me to introduce her, but my wife, Joanna, would love to. Would you like to tell everyone who the rude woman was to me 24 years ago? You tell, well, okay, so I walk in, and I'm mad. I'm so mad. I couldn't even look at her. I just thought, oh my God, this girl is beautiful. And she's sitting at her desk, and she knew she won. She was just smiling. I just looked at her, and I introduced myself, and I said, you know, I'm going to run out to my truck and get my checkbook. And that is a true story. That is a true story. When I came back in, I asked her who to make the check out for and how many years she wanted me to sign up. I wrote her a check, and I was so dumbstruck, I literally could not look at her. And I actually stood at the window and was complimenting the carriage parade Christmas ornaments on the mirror. I kid you not. And it took me a long time to convince her to marry me. And what sealed the deal was I told her she'd never have to work again. So that was the first day I became a chamber member, was the day I met my wife. So thank you all very much. Thank you.
Okay, now we are going to have Todd Yohe. Todd, if you'll come up, please.
And Friends of Education.
And this is for Friends of Education.
The Lebanon Rotary Club has long supported the Lebanon City Schools through the financial support of scholarships and special projects. The Rotary Club has also provided supplies to students and families in need. Throughout the school year, the Rotary Club recognizes students at their weekly meetings. The City of Lebanon understands the quality of our community and the quality of our schools are strongly connected. Lebanon is proud to support many school-related initiatives. This includes hosting a Student Government Job Shadow Day twice a year where students can learn about local government and then spend time with the managers of various departments to gain exposure to specific career fields. Additionally, the city participates in the Lebanon High School Career Experience Program, where students interested in certain government-related careers can job shadow city staff to gain valuable knowledge as they make their future career choices. The Lebanon Police Department is a key partner with the school district when it comes to safety-related initiatives. This includes numerous on-site safety-related training sessions for school staff and students. This year, the city and school district again collaborated to provide a dedicated canine unit within the school system to provide not only outreach efforts, but to enhance student and staff safety as well. As Warren County's only full-service hospital and only Level 3 trauma center, Atrium Medical Center is nationally recognized for its work to build healthier communities. With its school partners, Atrium provides job shadowing, tours, internships, and career exploration programs. Through these opportunities, students learn about healthcare professions, educational requirements, ongoing education, and the workload and demands both in the hospital and in office and community settings. Partnering with the United Way of Warren County's Workforce Development Program, Atrium has engaged in several local school districts to explore potential career pathways at the hospital. These students not only gain exposure to some of the most in-demand job fields, but they also learn about the hospital leaders who share with students about their own career journey. As the official sports medicine provider of nearly 40 schools and colleges, Premier Health leads the region in catering for student athletes.
Well, thank you very much, Angie, and thank you to the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce. Let me start by congratulating all of tonight's nominees and winners, but a special congratulations to Bunny Brooks on a well-deserved award, and thank you for everything that you do for our students and our school district. I want our high school students to know, you probably all have heard the saying about standing on the shoulder of giants, and I want you guys to know that you're in the presence tonight of the giants in our community, and you should recognize that. I'm really not sure of the criteria for the Friends of Education Award. Scott Butler is our chamber representative on the board, and he was unable to be here tonight, but I am very grateful that I'm not on the selection committee because we have so many people in our community that step up
for our kids. And I just can't imagine having to select one nominee, one group or one individual or one business or company to represent that. We have so many partnerships with our civic groups, Kiwanis, Rotary, Lions Club, Optimus, with the City of Lebanon, and you've heard about some of those things tonight. We have partnerships with the Chamber, with Countryside YMCA, with colleges and universities in our area, and so many of our businesses, and many of you are represented here tonight. And again, you step up for our kids in so many ways. I've been fortunate enough to serve as a school superintendent in 3 school districts now, and I can sit here and honestly tell you that Lebanon is the most supportive school district that I've been associated with. And I know we have some current challenges right now, but I say that just because of the people that I've met here, the parents, our students, all of you representative as business owners and operators in our community, and the great groups that I've already mentioned. It's just a very supportive community, and we're also very fortunate of it. And I don't think you recognize that unless you've been someplace else and then are here, and we're very proud to be members of this community. On behalf of the thousands of public and private students who you have supported over many years, and the thousands of students that you will support in the future, I want to thank all of our Friends of Education. But tonight, our Friends of Education Award goes to Premier Health.
Good evening. I'm Rhonda Seidenschmidt. I'm Vice President of Operations at Atrium Medical Center. And I will say it has been great to see all the students come through, spend time with them, and allow them to see what we do at Premier Health. On behalf of Atrium Medical Center, thank you for honoring us with the Friends of Education Award. Schools are the heart of our community, offering a place where youth build on their values, strengths, and encouragement for a positive future. Premier Health is a proud partner with more than 100 schools across the region. Atrium Medical Center is honored to be a partner in our local educational community. In fact, leaders of school districts across Butler and Warren counties are at the hospital tonight for a special behind the scenes to learn more about our programs that can be developed for the next generation of healthcare professionals. Our future workforce needs require us to be more creative how we introduce young students to a potential career in healthcare. Atrium appreciates our local school and community partners for their willingness to offer creative solutions to our students. Atrium Medical Center's mission is to build healthier communities, and we consider it an honor to partner with Warren County school districts and students who will become future leaders in our mission. Thank you again for this honor.
Congratulations, that's great. Our next award is the President's Award. And I'd like to bring our president, Michael, up. Just to let you know that when I was president of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, I instituted this award, and I gave it to my wife.
Hello again, everyone. I want to just say thank you for your patience. We're running quite behind. Angie and Melissa put together an incredibly well-produced audio-visual, which you're not seeing tonight. You're actually seeing the platform that was behind the production, which did not marry up to this technology here. But thank you for your patience. We are trying to pick it up a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been a manager for 27 years, and in 27 years of managing people and processes, I'm still here to talk about it. I've lived through it. I've seen some things. I've been through some transitions. I've had the fortunate opportunity to hire hundreds of people. I've had the unfortunate opportunity sometimes to launch folks onto bigger and better things, into other organizations. My point in sharing all of this is to tell you, as a manager, it's very rare that you see someone come into an organization and make such a significant change in a short amount of time. Last year, we were lucky enough to have Angie Smith apply for the executive director position for the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. Before she even had the job, she knocked the interview just out of the park. Her final interview concluded with a panel of about half of the board members and Angie sitting at a table where the first half of the interview was structured and you went through the normal interview questions we've all heard, but we left the second half open because we wanted dialogue between the candidate and the board members. Little did Angie or any of the other board members know about the Godzilla that was about to be released, named Bill Kalimnik, who just peppered Angie with the toughest doggone interview questions. I've been interviewed by corporate companies like Merck. They didn't ask tough questions. Bill asked tough questions. And let me tell you, Angie answered every single one of them with a smile on her face, very calmly, and held it together. And I even think at one point she said, I don't know what you want from me. So anyhow, she stayed cool and chuckled and gave incredible answers. But let me talk quickly about what has happened since she's come aboard 1 year and 1 month ago. The accomplishments are significant. At that time, we only had a single networking event. We now have 6. We've always had coffee with the chamber, but we have new member orientations. We have lunch and learn meetings. We have chamber chats. We have let's do lunch meetings. We have business after hours. Today, our social media presence, which is there to promote you, has never, ever been stronger. Our communications have never been stronger, more effective, more frequent. They're better. Angie strengthened our ambassador program. Again, larger, more effective, more organized. She hired and integrated Melissa Fritsch into the office to provide you with even more resources. Angie grew membership, so for those numbers people like myself in the audience, she's added 92 new members in less than 1 year, and the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce has 452 strong members now. Angie is dedicated to promote you and your businesses, and she's just incredible doing it. For this reason and many more, and a quick side of her standing at the carriage parade last year from 6 in the morning when the vendors arrived until 9-something when the street cleaner came through. Angie was there championing the entire event, soaked, absolutely soaked, in a biblical, she mentioned rain, I'm talking biblical downpour all day if you were there. I was also. For this reason and many, many more, it's my pleasure to present Angie with a well-deserved President's Award.
Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you guys for everything. I'll have to say I was a little taken back when he mentioned that because, to be honest, it's not me. It takes, we say it takes a village to raise our family and to raise our children, and I feel like it takes this whole community to grow as a chamber, and I'm just fortunate to have the position that I have. I'm fortunate for my board members, for my family, and definitely for Melissa, and definitely for you guys. So thank you, Mike, for this great award, and thank you guys for all that you do for us. Thank you.
Okay, we're down to...
We got a raffle? No more raffle? No more raffles.
All right, we're down to the final award of the night, the Harmon Award, and I'd like to bring Mr. Bill Dooning up. And he is going to make the presentation for us.
The recipient of tonight's Harmon Award is a Lifetime Achievement Award and one of the Chamber's highest recognitions. The recipient this year is a gentleman who everyone seems to know, and wherever he goes is generally greeted the same by all. Hi, Joe! Jody Joe Wilson was born in Waynesville, Ohio, and raised on a farm on Oregania Road near Henpeck, where the Wellman Boat Dock of Cedar Creek is today. He is married to Linda Tosin, who was a classmate of his in Harveysburg and Clinton Massey schools, and lived on the adjoining farm as kids. Today, they still live on Oregania Road, west of the Little Miami River. They have 3 daughters, Becky, Julie, and Shannon, and 3 grandchildren, Zachary, Jaden, and Willa, and known by his grandchildren as Papa Joe. Joe's professional career has been in commercial sales and as building contractor with a specialty in building horse barns. He worked several years with Schmidt Progressive Technologies and several years for owner and former chamber board member Julia Moore Rodenbeck. He went on to create and operate Wilson's Buildings. And more for several years, and today is president of Iron Horse Enterprises LLC. In addition, Joe has been a licensed auctioneer with South Auctions and Associates since 2009, helping conduct sometimes up to 25 to 30 auctions a year. Joe's legacy with the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce started 27 years ago when he joined the effort of coordinating the Lebanon Horse-Drawn Carriage Parade, from which he retired last year. He served as board member and past chairman of the chamber, and was recognized as Lebanon's Citizen of the Year both 1997 and 2008. His commitment to this community goes far beyond the Chamber of Commerce. He always helped his grandpa Mark Wilson with his racehorses at the Warren County Racetrack all through his school years. This love of horses in his blood ultimately led him to his 27 years of making the Lebanon All-Horse-Drawn Carriage Parade magical for tens of thousands of parade spectators every year. He has been affiliated with 4-H and Warren County Fair ever since his own youth in one way or another, including helping his grandkids' participation in 4-H and annual fair entries that include horses and goats. Joe was first appointed as Fair Board Director in 2003 and served as Director on the Warren County Agricultural Society for 16 years, resigning in August of this year. He served as the Fair Committee Chairperson in charge of entertainment, security, food vendors, and management of all Midway preparation and operations. During his time on the board, Joe served as a member of the Warren County Fairgrounds Redevelopment Committee and as president of the WCAS board, always working to improve the county fair and turning the fairgrounds into a more valuable asset to the residents and businesses of Warren County.
Hi, everybody. If you're following along, we're on the last 2 pages of your hymnal. William Harmon is a Lebanon hero. His generosity provided us with Harmon Park, our library, and the continuing good works of the Harmon Civic Trust. The William Harmon Award is Lebanon's highest honor, and it's been presented only 6 times in 60 years. Tonight, the award is presented to Joe Wilson for his service to our chamber and Lebanon, our hometown, and for being a force of nature for Lebanon's signature event, our carriage parade. When Joe joined the chamber, our chamber offices were in the shoe factory, and he tells me that he paid in full the rent for the chamber offices in the old shoe factory. Well, the rent was only $1 a year. Joe's service to our chamber led to some 27 years in our carriage parade as manager. He has been involved in every aspect of the carriage parade: the lineup, the organization, getting city services, and even setting up the cafeteria for the host folks. Joe has made certain our carriage parade, my term, is pure. This means that our parade is unique. Actually, we have 2 parades. Our parade involves only carriages and wagons. No one on horseback is permitted. There are no motor vehicles. This is pure. Joe is also managing partner of Iron Horse Enterprises, which, as we've seen, is the commercial and storage facility on South State Route 42. Being managing partner means that Joe is the janitor, the maintenance man, the rental agent, and so forth. A co-owner with Joe is his wife, Linda. Joe will just have to explain to you how it is that he rode the school bus with Linda, but then re-met her many years later in Atlanta. I don't understand. Tonight, Joe Wilson joins the honored company of Ralph Stolley, Barney Young, George Henkel, Julia Rodenbeck, George Leisure, and Mike Schuler, all recipients of the William Harmon Humanitarian Award. Now Joe can be known as a Lebanon hero. Joe Wilson.
Yeah, Angie said I have a fan club. They've got my picture all over those fans down there. This is a group that we were in Gatlinburg last week playing pitch with for 4 or 5 days. We've had a nice 10-bedroom house, I guess, and 8 couples, and we go down every year. So thank you all for coming, my family, my friends, my associates, my granddaughters, most of all my wife, Linda. They talk about the parade. Linda came in here, I was already working on it, but we've been married 22 years now since I picked her up off the streets of Atlanta. And I just got to tell this story real quick. We went down to Atlanta the year of 1996 when the bomb went off, pretty much shut the city down. All of us vendors were going broke overnight. So we got together, we went downtown, we bought a loudspeaker, one of these loud megaphones. So I'm standing in the middle of the intersection downtown Atlanta trying to get people to come over to the non-corporate vendors to buy stuff. And all of a sudden I say, oh my gosh, there goes Linda Towson in the loudspeaker. We'd grown up together up at where the boat dock is on Argonia Road. The bus picked her up, then it picked me up. We graduated, she went off to college and to work for the government. I stayed around here digging ditches, farming, doing a little bit of this and that. So 32 years later, downtown Atlanta, I said, oh my gosh, there goes Linda Towson. Long story short, 8 months later we were married. She lived in Atlanta, I lived here until she got a transfer with the government up here. So everything that I've done with the parade in the last 22 years has been totally involved with my wife, Linda, as well as so many other people in this community. Nobody can do anything with this parade by themselves. It takes a total commitment from the chamber, from the city, from all the citizens, right down to the people that bring their horses out on a rainy day like they did last year on Saturday. but they wouldn't go home because people were downtown by the thousands waiting to see them. So they put on the parade. You know, in my years of travel, when I was doing a lot of trade shows with horse barns and horse equipment, didn't matter whether I went to the Kentucky Horse Park, whether I went to Columbus, whether I went to Cleveland to do a show. When you mentioned Lebanon, Ohio, they knew it for the Golden Lamb and the horse-drawn carriage parade. You know, we were known all over the country for this parade. And I don't know how many of you people realize this is the only all-horse-drawn carriage parade in the United States, as near as we can tell. And it's been kept that way ever since Pat South started it in the beginning when she was the chamber director. I think that first one you had 1 or 2 riders and 1 or 2 motor vehicles. But then they changed it. We've got it down to all horse, and we get a lot of arguments every year. Oh, let my 4-H kids ride their horses in it. We've been able to keep it pure and clean, and that's why we have 75 to 80,000 people come to the city of Lebanon. We get to showcase the whole city that weekend. Normally it's very nice, good weather, so everybody can go out and walk around between the afternoon. The big advantage is an afternoon parade, then they want to wait for the lighted carriage parade at night. It's just amazing, and it takes a lot of effort, and I hope everybody in this room gets behind that parade. For everybody involved, the Chamber's kept it up for years. It takes your financial support, it takes your personal time and labor to make it good, and you welcome the citizens to our town, and that's what we like to see. And again, back to me, I know it's late, I don't want to talk forever. Mike Gagan and I were talking the other day, back in I think it was 91 or 92, when I first got involved with the Chamber. And then Mike Gagan and I became co-chairs for a while on it. And we were talking the other day how many different directors we think we've had. And we're not sure we could count over the years how many we did have. But we've had some very good ones. And we've not had any really bad ones. We've had some incidents, but nothing really bad. Joanna Patton over here, I know she was one of our directors back in 92. We used to do a lot of stuff. Everybody worked together to make things happen. But these 2 girls up here right now are 2 of the hardest working chamber people I've ever seen. They come out hot weather, cold weather, whatever. You got a couple good assets here. I hope you can keep them, keep everybody together. I want to thank also my granddaughter who's about to go to sleep. She had a tough day of school. Willow's in the 9-year-old. Jaden just got in from her first college course test. She's a junior at Lebanon High School, but she's taking college courses. Friends and family, all my buddies and card-playing people, even my cousin, who never goes out in public anymore, came to see me. So again, thank you all very much. I know there's a lot more people in this room that deserve this more than I do, but one lady told me one time when I was working for her as a kid, she says, never ask anybody for anything, but never turn down what they offer. So I accept this award with great honor. Thank you all very much. Good night. There you go. You better keep it. I'll go get me a rug out of there.
I'll let you borrow my cummerbund. You know, that's this thing. It's really good if you got a little extra there. Kind of. Sorry.